Let me define asteroids. Asteroids were originally discovered as a result of a search for a suspected missing planet. The search was stimulated by what is known as the Tittius Bode Rule. Ever since the time of Kepler, astronomers have been searching for numerical relationships along the orbital properties of planets. In the year 1766, quite early, an astronomer named Johann Tittius pointed out such a relation. This rule was quoted without proper attribution by the more prominent astronomer Johann Bode, and thus it is frequently referred to as Bode's law. The Tittius Bode rule predicted the existence of planets at A, that is the semi-major axis again, of 2.8 astronomical units between Mars and Jupiter. So remember, Mars is at, I believe it was at 1.52 astronomical units from the sun. We are at 1 astronomical units from the sun. So Mars is within 2 astronomical units. Between Mars and Jupiter, there's this gap, and that's where we have these things. Between Mars and Jupiter, and at A equal to 19.6 astronomical units beyond Saturn. So we've got these things at 2.8 astronomical units and 19.6 astronomical units. The Tittius Bode rule was regarded as a mildly intriguing bit of numerology until the year 1781. So people kind of, thought it was just like a numerology type of thing, until the year 1781 when the planet Uranus was discovered. So before Uranus was discovered, this wasn't probably getting as much importance. The semi-major axis of Uranus's orbit turned out to be A equal to 19.18 astronomical units. This is close enough to the predicted value of 19.6 astronomical units that astronomers started to take the Tittius Bode rule more seriously. In particular, they started an organized search for a planet with A equal to 2.8 astronomical units in the gap between Mars and Jupiter. So they're thinking, is there really something in that gap? A group of 24 astronomers who call themselves the Celestial Police divided the ecliptic into sectors 15 degrees across. Each astronomer would search his or her assigned region for the missing planet. I guess his in this case. They realized that the planet, since it had not been previously seen, was likely to be very small. However, even if it were not resolved by their telescopes, they could identify it by its motion relative to the background star. So similar to what we were just kind of talking about with the trans-Neptunian objects. Okay, so sort of the motion relative to the background stars. Despite their careful planning, the Celestial Police were scooped by an astronomer making a serendipitous discovery. Giuseppe Piazzi, director of the Palermo Observatory, was making a highly... Oh, sorry, I thought I heard a voice. Okay. Giuseppe Piazzi, director of the Palermo Observatory, was making a highly precise star chart. To reduce observational error, he observed each star multiple times. In 1801, January, he found that one of his stars had moved from one night to the next. So even though these things sound like they're kind of close to us, actually in the night sky they're kind of far, right? So one of these stars had moved from one night to the next. The newly discovered object which Piazzi named Ceres, so we were just talking about Ceres a bit ago, after the Roman goddess